Fueled by Deathcast.
You always have been, at your core, Phil X. You've always like had that sound, had that mentality. But you've, worked with so many amazing people throughout the years. Has there been a project that has, I guess, influenced you or your playing more than any of it? Or have you always just stayed true to yourself through it all?
I think I know my place, which is also key. Like, deliver and wow people, but know your place.
Yeah.
Like Phil X and the Drills is my favorite project because it's my passion. I write the songs, I sing, and it's just a 3-piece, and I love that. Yeah. And then early on, I always wanted a singer because I love the Zeppelin, Black Sabbath makeup. 3 guys rocking out and a singer out front. The cock's out, the vocals out, the band rocks, everything's awesome. But we could never find a singer that sang better than me. And I was like, this guy's good. And they're like, well, it's not as good as you. I'm like, I really want a singer. But I accepted my fate later on in life. And I love the 3-piece. I love how it works.
Yeah.
But and then I read something. It was an interview with Harold Ramis, the writer and director.
And
Ghostbusters, Groundhog,
yeah.
actor, all that stuff. And the question that he got was about, hey, remember doing stand-up? What was that like? And he goes, for me, it was all about killing. But not just killing the audience. It was about killing all the other comedians on that stage that night, too. And I'm like, that's how I feel. I want the audience to forget the band that played before us, and I want to scare the band that has to follow us. Yes. You know what I mean? That's how it should be done. That everybody should have that mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just go out and destroy. And I was even. But people are like, okay, you do that with the Drills, but what about Bon Jovi? I go, hey, that's John's job.
Yeah.
I'm taking the back seat. And again, that's knowing your place.
Yeah.
Nobody had to tell me what to do and what not to do when I filled in for Richie the first time in 2011. It was just, okay, I'm going to learn the show. I'm going to, and you can't just learn records. You have to watch. They sent me like DVDs of current shows.
Yeah.
So I can watch, because John does this cue thing, he does this jukebox thing, he does that thing and that thing, and you got to watch and be ready for anything, and and ingrain it into your brain. But then at the same time, if Richie's doing the solo like the record, that's what I'll do. And if he goes out on a limb and strays a little bit, I'll kind of do that too.
Yeah.
But you can't mess with the solo in Living on a Prayer or Born to Be My Baby. Those are like,
right.
Those are the solos of the songs of our youth.
Right.
So you don't stray from that. But when we do Keep the Faith, I'm going to start it like Richie, and then I'm going to go out and do a little bit of my own thing. But again, full Phil X doesn't work.
Right.
So, and the way I describe it is, if this is Richie and this is me, there's a guy in the middle that shows up.
Yeah.
And does the gig because he knows his place.
So you're not completely like trying to hit every note that Richie's hitting. You're doing a little bit of your own variation of that.
Well, it depends on the song.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't. I think it's impossible to literally emulate another person's playing.
Yeah.
Because you don't have their hands.
Right.
And you don't have their heart.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's where it comes from. So, what I've said in the past is, it's all about respecting the band, respecting the fans, respecting the songs, and respecting Richie too, right?
Yeah.
So there's a moment of where you go, hey, yeah, I'm doing it right, because nobody in the band saying, hey, you're not doing that right, or da 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 da, or you're doing too much, or you're doing too little, or anything like that. So I made the right moves, and I feel like I deserve to be where I am at right now. But I do think the thing with like what you asked about the note for note thing, getting it as close as possible is important in most cases, and then straying a little bit. But I think people were like, "What's the hardest Bon Jovi song you had to learn?" And to me, none of it was technically difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But what's more important is capturing the intended emotion in the part.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
And, I want to go back to what you were saying about, knowing your place. You had such a good head on your shoulders right from the get-go, and it shows from the work that you put in before joining Bon Jovi and all the different bands that you played with. And when you started to fill in, you never went out there being like, I'm the next Richie Sambora, like you were respectful to the band, to the songs, to the fans, and we're respected because of that. And I think that was a testament to who you are as a player and a person, and knowing your place on stage and in music like that. And I wanted to ask, because you were so much of a good fit as someone stepping into this role, for those couple years, and now as an official member of the band, I just wanted to know, like, was that something that was kind of always happening? Was the writing on the wall? Because I mean, we all know the story that unfortunately with Richie and what he was going through and stuff like that, and as fans of the band throughout all the years, like, I'm so happy that you guys are at the powerhouse that you still are and are still able to do that. But was it a surprise for you to join full time, or was that writing kind of on the wall when that happened?
It's I don't know, man. I'm still surprised when somebody comes up for an autograph and opens up the vinyl jacket and says, "Can you sign right by your face?" That's pretty crazy, man. Yeah. And then they're giving tours to the VIP. They give them a tour backstage, and I might be talking to my guitar tech, Mark, about changing a pickup in one of the guitars for that night's show and stuff. And then I'm taking photos, and then somebody walks up and my face is on a t-shirt. That's still crazy.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to I don't think I'm full in 100%. I know it might sound weird. It might sound, yeah, you're full of shit. But I'm still kind of like, right.
Do you think it
still seems like a for now thing?
Yeah. Do you think you're keeping that mindset because it's
rock and roll and everybody does reunion tours?
Yeah, yeah,
that's the biggest paycheck, man. Reunion tours.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just happy for the success you're having with Bon Jovi and for Bon Jovi as a whole, because it's been such a staple of rock and roll for years and years and years, and you guys are going out there and killing it.